Good morning. We're on the third point, third day on the 5 key responsibilities of a man leading a blended family. Five key responsibilities of a man leading a blended family. The third thing I want to share with you today, very important, is discipline. So discipline means that you must be disciplined to carry out the plan. Yesterday we talked about the plan and how a man who is leading a blended family is supposed to have a plan and a vision for his family. So basically point number 3 is that you should be able to have the discipline to carry out that plan. For an example, if you have the discipline to, for example, if you have a plan around punishment and reward to your stepchild, it means that as you go on in life, you must make sure that you carry out that particular plan that you have created. In most cases, what I normally say is that for parents who are going to discipline kids who maybe are their stepchildren, they need to do what we call secondary discipline. So in this case, before you discipline as a stepfather or as a step parent, you must make sure that you would have discussed with the biological partner first. So it means that the child must see that you have both agreed on the type of punishment, on the type of reward system. In this way, you are establishing what we call a secondary punishment. So in most cases, for example, kids who are above 4 years old, let's say you meet up with your partner and your stepchild is older than 4, you would have an issue with punishment. But if you meet up with a child maybe below 4, you can still practice primary discipline, because the child will grow up knowing you, and therefore you would have built a relationship from there going forward. Another thing around discipline is that you must make sure that you discipline with love. It's always important that you take time to, for example, when you're angry, diffuse, hold yourself, and by the time you engage in the punishment, you are calm and you are doing it with love. You are doing it to build. You are doing it to create a better person, and not to cause harm or injure or hurt. So that's very important. Now, when I also visited Mkulu, I said, Mkulu, teach me what else must I have as a man who is leading a blended family. Mkulu said, Madonsela, you need to make sure that at all times you are not talking too much, but you're a man of action. I said, what do you mean by that? Mkulu said, you need to develop self-discipline first before you can be able to be successful in leading a blended family. Self-discipline in what way? Mkulu said, you must be able to control yourself. You must be able to win your personal victories before going out to public victory. Now you must understand that the family is it can be seen as a public victory, because it's not you. Private victories are when you are on your own. For an example, if I say I am not going to eat sugar this week, and tomorrow I start eating sugar, it means that I am not a person of integrity, because I have said something and I've gone against my word to myself, not to anyone else. So first I must be honest to myself before I can be honest to the next person. So that's the same issue as well with self-discipline. So as a father, you must be able to win yourself first. You must be able to know that you are disciplined to yourself first before you can be disciplined to the next person. Now, the advantages of discipline is that it builds a sense of stability. So your stepchild sees that, you know what, each and every time on a Thursday, my father comes through, plays soccer with me outside. That time when we kick the ball and I tell him how my school was, is a time that we actually building up on our relationship. It's a time where we actually talk, and I get to know him better and he gets to know me better, and your child slowly but surely starts opening up to you. But if you are a man that does not have a plan, you will not see value in this spending or kicking the ball with your stepchild, or playing whatever games or Xbox or whatever it can be. Just spending time with your stepchild, just spending quality time to understand how his day went and what does he think about his teacher or her teacher or whatever it can be. So you need to be disciplined in establishing, in implementing everything that you've set out in your plan. Now, another important part about discipline is that discipline sets out, rather is the difference between men who become action or implementers and men who just think and come up with ideas but never get to implement. So as you all know, all things are created twice. There's nothing that you see in the naked eye that was not created twice. The first creation happens in the mind, and the second creation is the physical part that you see. So do not think that everything you see with your naked eye is created for the first time. That's the second creation. The first creation happened in the mind. So what I want to say is that you need to create this relationship in the mind. You need to create and see yourself as what type of role are you playing in your stepchild's son or stepchild's life. Are you a positive influence in his life? Are you, or in her life? Are you a teacher? Are you a knowledge source, or are you a source of burden and pain and shouting and control, and not focusing on teaching principles, but focusing on teaching practice, which can be a hindrance in a child's life, because you need to make sure that you play a supportive role. And the only way you can do that is when you are closer to your child. I'm just thinking to myself that you will never enjoy fruits of a tree that you have not watered. So if you've got a tree and you don't water the tree, you will not see it live up to the fruit stage. But if you water it daily and you keep on it, you are disciplined in watering it daily, and you have a plan that when it's pruning season, those who are in agriculture would know you prune it the right way, and when it's manure season, you feed it manure. That tree will take out fruits, and you will be able to enjoy the fruits and even share them with other people. So what I want to say is that discipline builds up. It also gives you self-confidence, because the more you go through with something, the more you implement something, is the more you start being satisfied with yourself, to say that, you know what, I actually started something and I'm going to finish that particular something. So discipline in punishment, discipline in rewarding your child, all of those things is very important. So our third point today is discipline. You need to make sure that you discipline, that you are disciplined. And when you are disciplined, you'll be able to build strong relationships in your home, and you will see that your family setup will thrive, and the environment will be a disciplined, loving environment. Thank you.